Call if you are experiencing situations inside of your life and you need support. You can visit suryasoulsun.com for more information about the services we do offer and how they're meant to enlighten your spirit and help you on your own personal path of power, of protection, of magic. And the 10K Yoga Tarot cards are here to give you some insight in this and clear, protect, and anything inside of your life that needs to be safeguarded, opening the heart. We're going to go into many topics today.
Right now, we have an issue with the root. Some of you are strong. Most of you are weak. Some of you are fighting. Some of you are in different relations, but relationships inside your past of a judgment that really deroots you. And you have to get that strength to understand that unless you're moving the correct way, and someone would say, well, how can you tell me this is the correct way? Well, you have to know the way your energy works. And you have to understand the serpent of the energy. And if it's raised the wrong way, that there can be complications, or there can be things of your past that the traumas are still hitting you and you don't understand, and all sorts of things can affect you, frequencies, tones, different things. And to you, that is a part of something, but then there's also other people that are very sneaky. So the serpent goes the other way, that when you're very sneaky and you're messing with someone's endless love and you're creating a delusion of endless love, well, the person that gives all the love has the wholeness. It's all the love. So then if both people are giving love and people are saying, I want to know if he's cheating on me, I want to know if this, what should I do, why are you asking this a year later, 3 years later, 10 years later? You already knew it. You already questioned it. You already did this. So the wholeness has to come back to understanding that your sacral is affected. And some of you are going through this with the sacral, where some women say, oh, my first, I remember my first, oh my God, this, that, the other thing. And then another woman that's maybe a little older says, who, my first? That was the most silliest thing I ever had. And then some people marry their first or this, and they go into this part of something that they experienced. So there was no immaculate conception. You were an immaculate conception. Your mother at one point in time had to have sex. So your mother is someone that had sex just like you. So if they're telling you how to have sex and how to do that, and then you look at that and then you say, well, it's a religious bringing, it's this, it's that. Well, there needs to be a new beginning. And you need to understand that those are their ways and that's that. But even though you're out of the house, sometimes you can be in their house without you knowing, by just the trauma of everybody else's emotions that everybody's trying to fix. And you turn around and say to yourself, well, what's the new beginning? Well, the new beginning is you say what you need to say, but say it in front of them. That's it. tell the truth. Otherwise, there's a warning. And that warning becomes dangerous to a lot of people because they start looking at life as this big victim or this big part, or maybe they're looking at life where they're the warning that's coming in, that's taking your money, that's doing all this, that's doing that, and not understanding like, what are you getting, what are you doing. And a lot of people just want something done for them. So you have to understand, especially if you're a spiritualist, there's a lot of warnings that you do get. And then from there, there's different aspects of a dragon and an understanding. Then you have Lord Shiva. Now, none of this goes towards the thing, but one of the biggest things for everybody that people are looking at, a lot of people on this line have fiery spirits. War, rage against each other. And some of you are calling this friendship and competing and different things. And some of you are using this in a manipulation and a sexual inside the root. Well, you form a cosmic bond. Some of you are sexting. Some of you are talking to your friends, your boyfriend's friend behind the scenes. Some of you are sleeping with a family member. Well, that's your life. That's your cosmic bond that you did. You could break free. There could be a blank card, but you have to understand that the first thing starts with truth. In order for someone to hear your truth, they can't really judge you. A lot of healers sit there and say, well, number one, did you experience this? I see a lot of people that are in pain and different things, and I say, well, I experienced pain in my time. And you will experience pain in your time, whether it's short, it's long, wherever it is. At one point in time, your body changes. There's certain things you can eat that you can't eat no more. There's certain things that you got to do. You can't blame it on everything else. Well, it goes in your mouth. You're that way. You're doing that. But then there's over excessiveness where you start to fall into a black hole, and then you start to cause all sorts of issues. Now, sometimes you can let go of eating a meal for so many hours, but that really depends on you, depends on your blood pressure, depends on where you're at, the understanding of science, the point of. Now, people go into starvation, they go into this, go into that. Well, that reminds me of Buddha, where Buddha starved himself, Buddha did this, Buddha did that, Buddha did this. Then Buddha found a way, but everybody's saying that Buddhism is a religion, and it's nice because it changed into a religion, but in reality, it was never taught as a religion. It was taught as a way of life. And then from there, over the time, they became just like the Catholics, just like the Christians, this, that, everything got to be named. My way is better than yours. Your way's the wrong way, this, that, the other. It's Buddhism. But it's really just a way, an understanding of like deep psychology. Understanding science, putting everything together, whether you say Islam, Catholic, wherever you go in those energy centers. But there's a point that you have to get out of all that. for you to see no evil. And understand that that evil creation is created in someone's mind. And then it's inflicted out. Now, they say in possession that there's there's a few that just come out very angry as a child. Some come out very emotional. Some come out whatever. But at the end of the day, a child is supposed to have their child. And when the adult's supposed to have their child. And if you're seeing evil along the way, you really need to look at the punishments and different things. So there needs to be a lot of citrine, because some of you are slapping the daylights out of your kid. The other day we were out, and all of a sudden a kid was just skipping, playing games. The mother hit him over the head with a bottle of water and then hit it. And I just looked like, wow, just for the kid skipping? And you say to yourself, well, can I say something? Can I do this? No, you just need that protection, that when you're sitting next to that you're not taking that on. And protection is very important. Right now, there's someone that's on the line, their protection is a little mixed up. And there's some issues with their family. And there's something deep in the heart that's really like a scaredness inside of them. But that's them. That's the understanding. May everybody be blessed. You got strength. But the only thing is that if you don't talk, you can be helped through the cards, because they clear your left and right side and your vagus nerve, whether you believe or you don't. And that's the expression of the throat. So when you hear something and something is said and it respects a part of you, you say I. You just type I. You let yourself know that I understand. And that's the first part of opening up your throat. But a lot of you are just viewing, because a lot of you are scared to talk. You're scared to see what someone's going to do. And a lot of you that are spiritualists, okay, you got to watch about the winds, because some of you are calling these spiritual places. Some of you are going to them, and you're leaving a marking and an imprint on you. And this is how these narcissists in spiritualism attack you, because if I search your name and now I see all these bad reviews written from you and all these different things, but you're selling the same thing and you're doing that. But now someone else can read reviews and they can search your name and be like, well, they went to this spiritualist, they went there, they went there. You can get someone to stalk you. And you can get someone following you, and that's how you get these little mini-me groups attacking you. And you don't understand, because you're posting everything in your mother about your food, about your stuff, and about where you're going and where you're doing, making your house available to be robbed, and all these different things that you're attracting to these narcissists. And some of you are women that are being stalked because you're attracting that and you want that, but at the end of the day, you don't want it. So then you're contradictive inside yourself. But that's how a lot of these women now when you go away and different things and do different things and come to islands and all different things and go around, you have to have like a buddy system and an honor and understand the respect. So when you're leaving all these reviews, you've been around so long, you only got 2 reviews, 3 reviews. We ask you, do not leave reviews, because that will open up yourself in a timetable that some of you will be stalked, because that's the way life is.
When you have situations in your life, you have to always go back to your own sense of self, your own power that's within inside of you. And this is where the true Godhead comes along. It's a powerful reminder to anyone watching right now that you are the creator of your reality with your thoughts, with your words, and with the people that you surround yourself with. So what are you striving for, or are you just following the act and the orders and the commands of someone else that you think is smarter or better, or they convince themselves to you that they are that way? There's been a lot of talk about different types of personalities, narcissistic personality, and again, we're not your doctors, but in the spiritual realm, there are similarities with different types of understanding the way the mind works, and also the intuitive faculties that these cards help you understand. That's a main point of the 10K Yoga Tarot. They're made with the numbers, the colors, the symbols, the words to help reprogram that brain so that you're able to understand why you might be repeating these relationships. Why are you repeating these same patterns? And where inside of you the healing needs to be directed. Because a lot of you are also going on and finding these self-help, learning about the chakras, saying you connect with this chakra or this one because you like the color of this and the meaning of this, and that might be either overstimulating or draining the energy out of that. So you have to go to an all-around energy holistic effort, and these cards are here to help you balance that spiritual path, your abilities that are inside of you, help you find that inner strength where inside of your life things just fall into place because of the way synchronicity works, energy alignment in the quantum field. It's the way that it happens. If you want more information about the 10K Yoga Tarot, this is the main clearing deck we use in our intuitive card readings. We also have different oracle decks, tarot decks available for online purchase and also to awaken the intuition. We did a couple of videos on the Magic High Caddis deck, which is very helpful for beginners and intermediates and experts, really awaken their creative potential, which is just another faculty inside. So you can visit the website, suryasoulsun.com, for more information if this helps you.
So you need to understand if someone's telling you colors in your chakra and telling you that this is wrong with you because this is what they're seeing. Well, you have to be careful of those people, because that color, some people are saying are certain things and they're just claiming that for an advertisement to get you attracted, because that's something that you're believing, but you're not understanding your full energy inside your body, that the colors will change around you. And it depends on your atmosphere, the gases in the room, the understanding of light, the perception of where someone might be. And also, if they're telling you some deep, dark stuff, you have to ask yourself, okay, well, what is the fix? You gave me a reading, but what is the fix? So we have basic types of laws that you can understand. That's why we advertise what we advertise, but we're always there, because everything in life happens for a reason. If you're listening and you're doing this and you don't do nothing, but you're listening and listening, well, that's procrastination inside of something. It's not using the true everything happens for a reason, because in the spur of the moment, what we teach, that's why we went worldwide, all over the place, and we taught people that you are you, right? So everything happens for a reason, so you experience you. Someone else experiences you too. But who is the one watching you? What is the essence of that full frequency where it's shared in an endless understanding of love? And you have to ask yourself, if everything happens for a reason, why am I saying, because it's not $25 for a reading, or it's not $40 for a play reading? And why can you go out and buy purses and go out and eat and go out to gamble and go to a go-go bar, all these different things, but to spend money on the truth is hard to receive, because your psychology in that department has been affected by time that does not exist. So if it doesn't exist, then why is it a blank card? Well, it's a blank card because the existence of that black hole is very deep. And you know that everything happens for a reason, and then the time is suspended, and it really depends on your fears and the attractions of something. And you need to ask the dragon inside, if someone does cheat on you, you have the right to forgive, but don't attack that other part, because you forgave, you're with them. But then if you cheat on someone and don't tell someone, which a lot of you are doing, or have this best friend that you text, or you do this and you have sex with them on the side. It's a lot of crazy things going on, even with the teens now in school. And understanding the private acts and the different things that are sexually bullying each other, attacking different people, showing up where someone is. So the world, most people have a target. So if you're a spiritualist, you're a healer, and you're calling someone else and you have no sort of intention on booking with them or doing anything, when you call a place like us, you go into your own black hole of your own drama. No one wished that upon you. You just attracted that to go into your own black hole, because the people that are with you are going to bring you into all their beliefs. And that's where sometimes we get phone calls and you ask a person, you tell them, are you going to honestly be truthful? And they say, yeah. But then you can catch their emotions and you can catch their cosmic bond again. This is a double deck, so we have different things. But in order to fix a cosmic bond, you need to fix the DNA, okay? You need to go through all the obstacles. You need to put the protection. You need to put the lady flame. You need to awaken the crown softly. Then there becomes waterfalls and the island comes in. And then the third eye. Then you have balance. Then you have the diamonds. Then your sacral really opens up with amazing love that's not shared just through something. Your strength opens up. And the thing that you do is see no evil. And you start to understand that life becomes all sorts of exchanges and brings in the healing and the understanding. Some of you right now are having money issues, but you're not, because you're looking at it in a different way. Some of you are upset with what someone else has and someone's not sharing something. Some of you are very emotionally destroyed and abused inside yourself. And it's very imperative that you really look at yourself as, where do I want to go from here? If you really need help, that's where we help you go through the heart and change that DNA. And these cards are changing you right now. If you watch this, whatever you were going through, you might feel a little better. If you're feeling a lot more nervous or different things, that's all your fear. And that's your systems that were programmed inside of you. And it's going to take a lot for you to clear. Sometimes you have to change the eating habits, so many different things. That's why it's always good to be, to call a professional and understand. But we'll leave everybody with a blank card.